What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to continue with part 2 of the drop for the truck. We're going to be doing the rear flip kit and C-notch. So let's go ahead and get started with this video. And before we start, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now, guys. If y'all have been watching the videos and you're not subscribed yet, go ahead and hit it right now. Also, if you already subscribed, thank you guys for being subscribed to the channel. And let's get started with this video, guys. Alright, guys, we are ready to do the back. As you can see, we already have it flipped around. So we got all the garage, well, my brother got all the garage cleaned up. Thank you, brother.
Just the floor, just the floor.
Well, yeah, the floor.
But it's dirty again.
And we just picked up all the tools and reorganized. So we're ready to start on the back. So we're pretty much going to jack it up from the differential right there. We're going to place some jack stands under the frame so we can lift it up and loosen the tension on the leaf springs. And we'll start unbolting everything and getting everything ready to start installing the flip kit. So we'll update you as soon as we got something done already, alright? Alright, guys, so first thing we're gonna do here is remove these bump stops right there. I already cut those out, the rivets, and I'm about to cut these over here. Alright, let me go ahead and start on those. Okay, guys, so we got the bump stops off, as y'all can see right there. So now we're gonna proceed to remove all the bolts from the leaf springs, like that right there, the one up front. We're gonna remove the U-bolts. We already got everything on jack stands. As you can see, the differential is partially supported by the jack. But if we were to drop the jack, the wheels would still be in the air. So we got all the tension off of this. So let me remove all that stuff. Well, we're gonna get all that removed, and then we'll update you in a little bit. Alright, guys, we are ready. We already removed all the U-bolts, so the axle is completely separated from the leaf springs. So now we gotta remove the leaf springs themselves. So I'm gonna do that right now. And after that, I gotta remove the top, this top spring and the spacer right there. They gotta be removed. Those are not gonna be used anymore. So let me do that and I'll update you guys as soon as we get all that. Alright guys, as y'all can see, I got the leaf out and the spacer that was in there. Now when I already got the new bolt in, I already got the other one completely done, but I wanted to show y'all here. Make sure you have one of these clamps, because when you take the old bolts off, the leaves will separate like on you, and there's no other way to really keep them together but to use a clamp. That way everything stays together, and that way you can take the old bolt out and put the new one in, and then all that's left is to tighten it up. Alright, so that's just a little update for now. So I'm gonna get that done and I'm gonna start jacking up the axle so I can put the leaves through the bottom. Alright. Alright guys, once again the engine hoist comes in for the save. I was trying to jack up the axle, but the pumpkin kept moving like that on me, so I came to the conclusion that the only way to do it is to actually lower the truck or the frame down. So I got the engine hoist, strapped it onto the back of the frame. I lifted it, took the jack stands out and lowered it down, and as y'all can see, I already got the back of this leaf spring on. Now I gotta put the front one in, and I still gotta do the other one completely. So there's really no way that this thing is gonna follow me, because it'll just rest on the axle right there. It's only about ½ an inch off the axle right now, so I ain't worried about the frame falling on me, because it'll just rest up on the axle itself. So let me go ahead and put the leaf spring on the other end, and I'll put the other one on and I'll show you guys how it's going. Alright guys, so we came into a little bit of a dilemma here. Again, dilemmas like all the time. As y'all can see, these U-bolts, they were not going in because we're trying to put it in, and it fit kind of tight over the axle. Like when we put it in through here on the axle, it went in kind of tight and it actually spread them open. So this plate wouldn't fit in there because they're too open from the bottom. And we were breaking our heads thinking, what the heck are we gonna do? Until my little bro over there came up with the idea of getting this loaner tool from AutoZone right here. This is normally used to compress the struts whenever you're gonna change struts on a vehicle. So it fits perfectly right there. So right now we're gonna go ahead and squeeze them in to bend the coils back in. I mean the U-bolts. Try to bend them into where they will line up into the plates that go on the bottom right there. All right. Just in case y'all go and get a kit from Western Chassis, y'all be aware of that right there. Okay. You'll need that to compress them U-bolts in and get that plate in there. I don't know why they sent those there. I mean, if it feels like they're a little bit too small, but we're gonna do that and we'll update you here as soon as we get them in. Okay guys, I got one compressed and I'm gonna show you how now it fits nice and easy. You see that? It goes right in there. So I'm gonna back it up now. Hopefully it'll stay like that, since I put a pretty good amount of pressure on it, so it should be already bent in. If it's not enough, then we'll do it more until we get it right. Because we can't really try to put it on like that, because you see the tool is kind of hidden on the leaf spring and it's making it wider than this. So yeah, we gotta now take it off and hopefully it'll stay in its place. All right. All right, guys.
Less than 5 minutes.
We already got this one lined up. It's almost torqued down, as y'all can see, thanks to that little tool from AutoZone. We were able to compress them U-bolts down so everything's lining up on the bottom. We just got to finish tightening them up and this side should be good. All right, see you in a bit. All right, guys, the other side is done. I just want to show you how we do it over here. We put that tool right there to press it in, both sides. And this is just lined up. We haven't even tightened it down yet. I just wanted to show you guys how it looks when you're trying to get those U-bolts to fit into that bottom plate right there. All right, see you in a bit. All right, guys, so that's how an axle flip looks right there. We're finally done on both sides. We got them tightened down. So next is the C-notch. That's kind of where it's gonna go. So that's what we're gonna do next, guys. Stay tuned, because we're still not done. Alright, guys, so as you can see, I have some pieces of scrap metal that I have laying around. I just put them on there so that I can kind of make it like a flush point to lift this C-notch to where it's supposed to be. As you can see, I can get it flush up, and that way it's at the same level as the frame, and that way I can go ahead and mark where I'm gonna do my cut right there on the frame. Y'all want to make sure you're dead center above the axle. As y'all can see, there's my axle right there, and right now I'm gonna put down the camera, and that way I can go ahead and get center on the axle and then mark wherever I'm gonna make my cut and get that cut done, guys. They also recommend on the instructions that you're supposed to do one side at a time. So I'm gonna start with this side right here. I'm gonna get it cut. I'm gonna drill the holes and everything and bolt it on, and then we'll move on to the other side. That way the frame doesn't get weak or it'll sag or anything like that. Alright, so let me get that mark done and then I'll update you guys here in a little bit. Alright, guys, I got the C-notch bracket supported right there. I measured right at 56 1/8. That's what the center of the axle is, measuring it from the back of the cab right there. And so as y'all can see, we got it right at 56 1/8 at the center. And okay, there it is. So that's where I'm gonna mark my line right there on the frame of the truck, right along all that, and that's where we're gonna make our cut. So I'm gonna get that done, and I'm gonna take all this off and we'll start cutting. Alright, before we continue, let me show y'all. Got my mark right there. I'm gonna go ahead and mark the other side too, because we gotta get this lifted back up. We gotta lift it up and put some jack stands under it to be able to get the axle to drop a little bit so it can work right there. So I'm gonna do the other side off camera because it's pretty much the same as this side, so y'all don't have to see that twice. So we pretty much do the same we did on the other side, on like we did over here, and then we'll lift it up from the differential with the jack, put some jack stands under the frame, and then drop the jack so that the axle goes down, and that way we can work. All right, so I'll get all that done, guys. So I'm gonna pick up the camera once we got everything set up to start ready to cut. All right, guys, we have the truck on jack stands. As you can see, we have plenty of space now. The differential is still partially supported on the jack. That way we don't put all the weight on the leaf springs right there, but not that anything will happen, but I'd rather just have it like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and set you guys on a tripod and we'll go ahead and start cutting. Alright, guys, as y'all can see, we got done cutting the first one and it fits perfectly, as y'all can see. Now we gotta hold it in there and drill the holes for the bolts. Alright, so let me go ahead and secure it right there and we'll keep going. Alright, guys, so I got it all mocked up where it's gonna go, and as y'all can see, we have a little issue here. These two bottom bolts right here and right here are kind of like halfways on the frame, and it is lined up on the top right here. I mean, you can't go wrong. We got this on like flush with the frame, and I'm holding it on with got vice grips right there, and I've been doing everything as the instructions say, guys, but I don't know what the heck happened here. I don't know if it's their fault. I mean, I'm pretty sure it is, because I've been following the instructions, and as y'all can see, I almost got into this rivet right here that holds the shock mount, but like it fit perfectly right in front of the rivet right there, and everything else, like the other side, is perfect. I mean, I can drill those holes perfectly, but on this side, I mean, those, they're not matching. They're like halfway to the frame. The top ones are good. So the only solution I can come up with is I'm gonna drill new holes on them. I'm gonna put just above them. That way we can go ahead and secure it to the bottom. So we're not even gonna be able to use these. So I'm gonna go ahead and drill some new holes right above these, about right there. And I mean, it's not the end of the world. We can still figure something out right there, and I'm sure everything's gonna be sturdy enough once we finish. So that's what I'm gonna do, guys. I'm just gonna go ahead and do all this off camera because it's pretty self-explanatory. All you gotta do is drill the holes on there to get the bolts on there. So I'm gonna go ahead and do all that, guys, and I'll update you guys here in a little bit. Alright guys, quick little update. As y'all can see, we got all the holes drilled, and also on the C-notch bracket itself. And we also got some paint sprayed right there where we did all the cut and the holes. That way we prevent any rusting to form in there. So just gonna wait for that to dry up a little bit, and then we'll go ahead and bolt on the bracket. Alright guys, this side is installed. As y'all can see, all the bolts are in, and it's a pretty sturdy piece of metal. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side now, guys, and then we'll wrap up this video. Alright guys, we are finally done. As y'all can see, we got both sides fully bolted down, and the drop is complete now, guys. So I guess we're gonna go ahead and wrap up this video right here. I need to get the truck out of here and clean all my mess that I'd made. But yeah guys, that's gonna be it for this one. Alright guys, so we're gonna wrap it up right on this video. That's gonna be it. Y'all stay tuned because we still got more coming for this truck. Next video we're probably gonna go ahead and coat the chassis, the frame, and we'll see what else we get done. We'll probably keep working on putting it together some more. Alright, I do want to thank y'all for watching the videos, guys. If y'all haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now, guys, and also hit the like button, and don't forget to share also, guys. So thank y'all for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.